After years of hoping for Nintendo to make a more powerful Switch, and so many rumors and leaks to get people hyped, they finally made one. It was first teased in January, and a Nintendo Direct dedicated to the new hybrid console was announced to be shown this April. And when it was uploaded, there was lots of hope. But there were some concerns, too, making this a good opportunity to talk about both sides. I'll also discuss games and features revealed in the Nintendo Treehouse streams and on the website so I can share as much details as possible. Time for me to prepare to make my Switch, and I hope you'll make yours too. Hey, I'm Owen the Fictionboy, and here's my good thing bad thing jig on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. Good thing! The new bumper for the Nintendo Direct is amazing. I sure hope they'll use it for more Directs in the future. Bad thing. The countdown also looks pretty cool, but nowhere near on par with what YouTube has done with their premiere countdowns. Good thing. The new hybrid console looks slick, as the Joy-Con 2 controllers are much easier to detach, there's an improved kickstand, and a bigger screen. Bad thing. So far, there's only the blue and red insides, but what about other colors like pink, green, purple, orange, or even regular gray for full symmetry? Good thing. The console will have frame rate range from 60 to 120 FPS, display 4K resolution, and HDR for some games. Nintendo is finally catching up to the current gaming generation. Bad thing. Though the more advanced the console is, the more worried you have to be about breaking it. It's almost as bad as damaging, say, a PS4 or PS5. Good thing. You can use a Joy-Con 2 controller as if it were a computer mouse, with there even being certain games and game modes that are made for that particular playstyle. Bad thing. But what surfaces can you do that on? I don't think anyone can use the air for so long, and us people have different types of floors in our houses. Good thing. The Switch 2 cartridges stand out from the OG Switch ones, as now they're in the official Nintendo Red color and the new game keycard feature. Bad thing. Still have to fear the people who would dare to lick the cartridges, and to this day, I don't know what idiot started that trend in 2017. Good thing. Virtual game cards allow you to let friends and family borrow games they currently don't own for 2 weeks, and it's neat how this will be on both Switch systems. Bad thing. However, you can't use them for game demos or some Switch Online exclusives, which means you can't both try a game. One person must own it and the other must borrow it. Good thing. Nintendo seems to have tried to make a gaming version of Zoom with game chat, so with the USB-C camera, you and your friends can all see what games you're playing. Bad thing. Though the camera is sold separately and you need a Switch Online membership. But hey, at least there's an open access period that'll last, roughly, 10 months. Good thing. The Game Share feature feels like an improved version of Download Play on the DS and 3DS, where multiple people can play a game one person owns. Bad thing. While the Switch 1 can receive shared games locally, only the Switch 2 can share games and also do so with game chat. Good thing. We're finally getting GameCube games for Switch Online. Sure, it's only on the expansion pack for Switch 2, but the huge price tag almost makes it worth it. Bad thing. Will the original GameCube controllers or even the ones made for Smash Ultimate work? This goes without mentioning connecting the GBA for some GameCube games. Good thing. There are upgrade packs of OG Switch games to be enhanced for Switch 2 and even include new game modes and features to make great games even grander. Bad thing. Instead of giving them free upgrades like games released on PS4 and PS5 or discs that play Xbox One and Series X games, they cost $10 a piece. On topic thing. Polygon, a website that covers all things on the Nintendo Switch 2, has sweepstakes so people can enter for a chance to win the new hybrid console. Just submit an entry by following their email, and add more entries by subscribing to their YouTube channel and checking out their Instagram account. I wonder who will win. Good thing. It's amazing to have 3 hosts throughout the presentation. Even grander how they also got members of third-party companies for their games coming to the advanced hybrid. Bad thing. During the Survival Kids trailer in the stream, the screen froze, so we couldn't see games like Cyberpunk. It's been fixed now, but still, the damage was done. Good thing. The console has a fan built into it, so you won't have to worry so much about it overheating like the OG Switch would. Bad thing. It is only in the dock though, so you still may need to limit how many hours you play in handheld mode. Good thing. We have a microphone once again. It can be used for some games, and with game chat, it'll focus on your voice and not loud background noises. Bad thing. Why does the gameplay footage from your friends have to run at like 10 FPS? I don't want my pals to get a bad impression of the games I'm playing. Good thing. You can play Switch 1 games on the Switch 2. The lack of backwards compatibility on Switch 1 was disappointing, but it's nice Nintendo responded to that critique. Bad thing. Not all Switch 1 games are playable on Switch 2. Yet. At least they made some lists and a way to see which games can be played on which Switch. Good thing. The storage space has been upgraded to 256 gigabytes, which is 8 times the amount the OG Switch had, or 4 times the OLED model had. Bad thing. Nevertheless, you'll need a microSD express card for extra storage, meaning regular microSD cards aren't powerful enough for the job. Good thing. The console is set to release on June 5th of this year, meaning this may be a grand way to spend your summer vacation for those coming out of school and college. Bad thing. Pre-orders were supposed to begin last week, but they got pushed back due to the tariffs, so it's feeling like a long wait to secure your system. Good thing. The new hybrid will cost $450, which will be $50 cheaper than getting a regular PS5, and there's a bundle with a digital copy of Mario Kart World for $500. Bad thing. I can kinda understand the high price of the console, though holy crap, the games are another story. They're priced at $70 to $80, so they'll cost an arm and a leg each. Good thing. With the game library so far, Nintendo is once again targeting the right audience, as although it's more family-friendly than Xbox and PlayStation, they know not just kids play games. Bad thing. Nintendo still has parental controls, meaning they still may be a bit possessive, and a majority of the stuff that's in the new parental controls trailer was lifted from the old one. Good thing. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour seems like a nice small game to learn about all the new features on the new hybrid. I'm down for a little edutainment every once in a while. Bad thing. But the tech demo costs $10. It may not be $50 like 1-2 Switch, yet the PS5 gave us Astro's Playroom for free. Seems like the Big N ain't afraid to do small schemes. Good thing. We're finally getting Kirby Air Riders, the sequel to the fast-paced Kirby racer fans have wanted for decades. Masahiro Sakurai has even come to take charge of it, working with Bandai Namco. Bad thing. Despite this, fans are begging for a new Smash game. Guys, Smash Ultimate is supposed to be just that. So please don't harass him into spending decades trying to expand an already ginormous crossover fighting game. Off-topic thing. Starglow and Nickelodeon have come together to make family-friendly podcasts for entertaining the kids. They have done so for Nick Jr. franchises such as Paw Patrol, Blue's Clues, and Dora the Explorer. With characters being brought to life on the radio, the listening skills and imaginations of children couldn't possibly get any more fun. Good thing! The folks at the Nintendo Treehouse streams put on quite the show of how the Switch 2 games and features work. I even laugh at moments before they start playing, like the bananas. Bad thing. The chat, on the other hand, was quite insane, with most people spamming to drop the price and some even crazy enough to say it should be raised. Whoa guys, chill out. Good thing. Nintendo truly went far out with making Mario Kart World go the open world route, merging tracks together and Knockout Tour. This may be why we didn't get an actual new Mario Kart on the OG Switch. Live Circuit doesn't count. Bad thing. Some of the new stuff, though, was done in other kart racers, like driving on walls and grind pipes, doing multiple tricks, and performing tricks while flying. Also, say goodbye to having full kart customization. Good thing! After a decade since Tropical Freeze on the Wii U and the Switch getting nothing but ports, Donkey Kong has a new game that pulls a Mario Odyssey in the form of Bonanza. Bad thing. How come DK's design in that game and Mario Kart World looks like the one from the Mario movie, though? Is it now canon to the games? Will there be tie-in games and or DLC? Good thing. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond is one of the first games on Switch 2 to let you choose between resolution and performance modes. So 4K at 60 FPS or 1080p at 120 FPS. Which will you benefit from the most? Bad thing. There's still no official release date for the game. We just know that it's set to come out this year. Was 8 years after the announcement not long enough of a wait? And Corruption was released in 2007. Good thing! Drag and Drive combines wheelchairs and basketball in the game that requires mouse controls. It may not be for everyone, but I'm sure someone with a disability will have fun with it. Bad thing. When two groups played it, I saw both teams won one game each and tied the last one. Let me just ask, what kind of sports game doesn't have overtime or at least sudden death? Good thing. Bowser Live feels like the type of game show a funny villain would have, so I wonder if Jack Black would love doing this if Mario Party is used for a future Mario movie. Bad thing. Though at the same time, did we really need an expansion for Super Mario Party Jamboree just for a few exclusive minigames and 2 game modes on the small side? Good thing! The 3D character models of the Bravely Default remaster look much more alive in HD. Plus, you can fast forward cutscenes if you don't want to hear the whole story again, change your dashing preference, and there are other improvements. Bad thing. Raina Bell's Panic Cruise reminds me of Steel Battalion Heavy Armor, that literally unplayable game where you manage everything in a tank robot, and avoiding Luxembourg Rhythm Match gives me a bad impression of these mouse minigames. Good thing. The Star-Crossed Road expansion for Kirby and the Forgotten Land really makes me want to see how the Star-Crossed Meteor made an impact in the open world our pink puffball first experienced 3 years ago. Bad thing. The new game mode is nice, but couldn't we also get more playable characters like the ones from Star Allies, or even play as Elephant or an original character? Bandana D shouldn't be the only option for Player 2. Good thing! Glad to hear the Ryu and Ken Smash Amiibo will work for Street Fighter 6, as well as new figures for some of the other fighters, which all look cool. Bad thing. Can you imagine someone playing Gyro Battle? Because it's the year 2025 and I don't know anyone who would play Street Fighter with motion controls. Good thing! The Direct and Treehouse streams got a lot of attention. The former currently has over 6 million views and over 200k likes, while the latter has hundreds of thousands of views on the videos they uploaded separately, and the Mario Kart World Grand Prix gameplay video has over 2 million views and 52k likes, meaning that must be the most anticipated title. Bad thing. That said, it's tough to ignore that Nintendo is getting just as greedy as EA, Ubisoft, and Activision. You also have to consider a few questionable choices in what games are coming to the console, so what was once the greatest gaming company of all time is dead center in terms of whether the Switch 2 will lead them to victory or defeat. Man, with everything we know about the Nintendo Switch 2 and its games before they even release, this will be a moment in gaming history to remember. Whether it's for better or worse, only time will tell for that. But I can't wait to see what else Nintendo has in store for their new hybrid console. Still need more fiction? Then please give this video a like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications. Also comment below and follow me on Instagram for teasers and thumbnail previews of videos to come in the future. Thanks for watching, see you again soon, and good night-o!